we might as well start. Let's do it. This is fun. Here we go.
Good evening, everyone, or good afternoon.
Wherever you are, good something.
We're here.
And we saw some hearts. I saw some hearts going across.
We see some hearts coming up.
Yeah, there's folks with us.
Welcome to our
Thank
show.
you. Live from the West Coast.
My name's Mark Allen Lovewell. I'm a folk singer from the island of Martha's Vineyard, and seated right next to me is Molly Conole. We're both here, out here in California.
Yeah, we got Claire can hear us all the way back home. Claire and her mom. Oh, that's so awesome. Thanks for joining us.
Please comment. Let us know if
Share
you
is
can hear
here.
us
Thank
okay,
you.
whatever, because we're paying attention. We're paying attention. This is an amazing event we've been through.
And it's wonderful to have another event on the West Coast. Here we are traveling, and you never know when you're traveling if it's all going to come out all right. But thank you so much for being here with us. It's wonderful.
And last Sunday was unbelievable.
So
Last
fun.
Sunday was a treasured moment in a great memory in our lives.
Hey, Joanne, how you doing? Joanne was there too. Yay! What you looking for?
Here it is.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
looking for my harmonica.
Oh, there you go. Hey,
So,
Dan's here too. Yay! Oh boy, Dan says come back soon. We got Pinkeltinks. Spring is happening while we're away. Pinkeltinks. Now, for
wow.
those of you who don't know what Pinkeltinks are, it's an island name. I don't know if it
It's
goes further than the island, but it's definitely an island name for those little teeny tiny baby frogs that just come out in the springtime. It's a sure sign of spring. And boy, they can make a lot of noise for teeny tiny little frogs, can't they? It's such a great, it's like a chorus. It's a beautiful chorus. We love to hear them.
So we've had an amazing week here. We've had, here in California. A few days ago, we went and saw an amazing vessel, the Western Flyer. The Western Flyer is a piece of our literature, a piece of our English American literature. John Steinbeck, whom we all love, and, wrote Grapes of Wrath and whatever, had a love for the sea, and of course he wrote Cannery Row, which is an amazing story, and he also owned this vessel called Western Flyer. And she went into disrepair. And there's a long story about her troubles and like a phoenix, her resurrection. And Molly and I had an opportunity to get a tour of that vessel in
All
Moss
resurrected. Oh my goodness, such a
Moss
beautiful
Landing,
restoration.
Moss Landing, which is really, it's sort of like, for those on the East Coast, it's about as close as you can get to a Menemsha kind of a quality thinking, but it's a big harbor.
Like a cross between Menemsha and Woods Hole, because it's got a lot of research going on there too.
A lot of research institutions involved in there. There's a vessel called the Rachel Carson, and you know about her. Anyhow, so we had this tour of this amazing vessel, and I urge you and encourage you to look her up. And I'm, you know, I'm obviously, we'll put something in the newsletter coming up about that visit, but it was heartening. It was enormously heartening to see all of these things coming together to make that vessel well. There's so much trouble out on the waterfront, struggles and difficulties and challenges, and this is a flagship of happiness and joy for those who are committed to, you know, research, ocean research, committed to maintaining the history and heritage of John Steinbeck, and so we took a full tour. And if you were watching our feed on Facebook, you saw we posted a whole photo essay of it. We have a huge thank you to all those involved in allowing us to take that tour.
Absolutely. It was really a remarkable story and place to just be right in there. It was amazing.
And to take the tour with family, you know, my son Alan Lovewell, who runs this amazing business just down the street from her. Real good fish.
And it is real good.
It is real good. They ship they ship seafood all around the country, and both Molly and I are subscribers, and we get fresh fish shipped to us on a regular basis. So it's
right from there. So fun.
It's been an amazing week.
It really has been.
And today we were just out on Moss Landing again, standing on the beach, and
that's right. And what did we see when we were on the beach?
Molly, what did you see?
We saw a whale!
No kidding, and it was alive.
It was a spout, and then there was a whale like that. It was so cool. It was so cool.
So you know, I mean, if you follow us, we love whales. We're
always looking for the whale.
The whale stories of our nation, the whale stories of this world are our stories. And the tragedies of it, and the good news about it, and their efforts.
We love to see them out there swimming in the ocean where they should be.
And here on the West Coast, there's major efforts to restore the gray whale. Now, for those of us on the East Coast, we have no gray whales. We lost them. They were wiped out from the surface of the earth. But they got gray whales in abundance. I want to say abundance. I may be overstating it, but there are a lot of gray whales near the shore.
They've done well with their cautionary
So we
tales
suspect
from
that's
the east.
what Molly saw.
Yeah.
So we'll do this song that everyone loves.
Oh yeah, this is a great whale one.
And the best part is Molly provides fiddle music.
I'm gonna try a fiddle in this one. It'll be fun.
And on June the 13th day, our gallant ship heard anchors weigh, for England bound away, for England bound He stood on the cross trees with a spyglass in his hand. There's a whale, there's a whale, there's a whale, she cried. She blows at every span. She blows at every span. port, and the whale was in full view. Resolved was each a sailor bold to sail where the whale fishes blow. With her tail, and the boat capsized and 4 men were lost. We never caught that whale. We never caught that And so yesterday, we took a tour of the Monterey Aquarium with family.
Oh, that was
and it was so fun. Wonderful. We had such a good time. And
we had a great time.
You know, I'm just like, you gotta see it. All right, here we go. I'm just looking at what we're gonna do next. All right.
I just love to see the little guys' reactions. They had never been there before, the little 2-year-old twins. And it was just so sweet to see the normally more boisterous and outgoing one was like quiet and in awe of these giant animals swimming right by, right?
Yeah. You know, there are parents out there, right? You're parents out there. Please comment. I'd like you to comment. Let us know they got parents out there. You know what it's like with little munchkins that are 2 years old, 1 year old, whatever like that. Their attention span is like fly. Just flies all over the place. But what was so cool, what was so terrific for all of us, grown-ups and young people as well, was to watch the kids be sharp, focused on the movement of the fish in the aquarium. it is such a treat to see that connection. They get it. They may not be able to pronounce the word aquarium.
Maybe next year. They're getting there. They're getting there.
It take them as long as they want to
That's
learn how to
right.
pronounce it, as long as they know what to do when they're standing there. And they were focused.
So focused, and it was cool. Like I was saying about how the little girl who's very, very outspoken most of the time, she was like stunned into like awed silence, which was so cool to see that reaction in her. And the little boy who's maybe a little quieter, he was like every 5 seconds, wow! That was his favorite word. Wow! It was so wonderful. It was just wonderful.
So good.
And then their big brother was just running like he was so comfortable in this place that he's been to before. Like he was the tour guide. He was showing us everything and just loving everything, wanting to just go see every part of it.
And
It's
I'm
wonderful.
sure many of you already know that this west coast here has been getting lots of rain, lots and lots of rain.
Yeah.
And if you drive inland, the Sierra Nevadas have got feet of snow on the ground just from these passing storms that have been coming along all week. Well, for us on vacation, this is family time. This is time to spend time with the family. So,
And luckily, we're not up in the mountains that
we're
we're
not
getting
up in the
that.
mountains, so we're just
getting a
seeing
little
the-
rain,
and
just
this-
not the snow.
and this
crazy.
morning, my son and my grandson went out and took out the rain gauge to find out how much had fallen in the last week. It was an amazing amount of rainfall for this community that only a few years ago was dealing with drought. They had 4.5 inches of rain.
It was a record for
in
their
the
collection.
last week. And no, we're not. All the roads are intact around here. We're fine.
There's a lot of green.
We're fine. A lot of green.
everywhere.
But the story of California is it's ongoing. It doesn't stop. It keeps moving. You know, you could sit in New England from one year to the next, and it's pretty routine. But in California, there's stories all the time. And
Now we have some requests from back home. When we come back to the East Coast, Dan would please like us to bring back a pair of gray whales. No problem. No problem. The carry-on rules, if they've changed, I'm sure we can manage that.
is that Dan Waters?
Yes.
Oh, Dan, you're awesome.
Perfect.
You're fun.
Perfect. We got Carol's here. Carol and John. Hey guys.
I want to answer his comment about gray whales, though. I want you to know that there's been studies and discussions and talk among scientists and whale lovers about the idea of would it be possible. Now, I'm not advocating this. I'm just saying that people recognize the significance that the Atlantic Ocean does not have any gray whales. They were wiped out by us, humans. And there's been discussion about, well, could we, should we, might we reintroduce the gray whale? Now, here's the story, because this is deep and down in who we are. It's the right whale, we all know, is having a really hard time. And there are only like 350, 340 of them left, okay? So the 340 in the ocean, swimming around. It makes it even more imperative that we save them, to keep them going, because they and the gray whale are like buddies. They swam the shorelines of New England like friends. Right whales and gray whales got along.
Yeah.
They swam close to shore. And of course, they're vulnerable, more vulnerable than the humpback, which swims anywhere in the ocean, and the sperm whales out there. They're all fragile. But anyhow, the scoop is, thanks Dan for bringing it up. I am a big advocate of trying to make the ocean safe for all fish. More fish. We want more fish in the ocean. We want more fish
That's right.
in the ocean because that means there's more fishermen to fish on them. If you're squandering them and there are only a few fish in the ocean, no matter what you do, you can't save the fishermen.
That's right. Hey, now I got some more hellos to say, because we got a
Oh,
lot
good.
of people here. I already said hello to a few. We got Bookie's here. Woo!
Oh,
We
yay,
got my cousin
Bookie.
Sarah's here. We got Susan Gephardt from up north.
Oh,
Woo!
Susan Gephardt was a star. She helped us out.
We got
when-
Brad here. Woo!
We got Brad was he. Oh,
Fisher Poets Archive, yay! Fisher Poetry Archive. I gotta say it right. You guys look it up. There's podcasts of all kinds of good stuff there. We got Carol and John, and we got, oh, it's so fun. Cindy's here too. Yay! Thank you, everybody. Connie, yay! Thank you guys.
Well, let's
Thanks for
just
joining
sneak
us.
this tune in.
Let's sneak this fun one. Speaking about sailors.
We're shouting out to all the people who helped us on this amazing trip. And,
yeah.
And only in a few days we'll be home. And it's been an amazing journey. And I've said this already. It's a journey of great fellowship with fellow people concerned about the ocean, fellow people concerned about fishing. And it really is a universal something there. And if you tap into it as a creative soul, if you're a poet or a writer or an artist, a painter, how many times have you seen a painting of a fishing boat on the side, on the wall?
And I got to give another shout out to Brad and his Fisher Poetry Archive, because the stories and the songs and the wonderful tales we heard of the ocean and making a living and working hard on the ocean, many of those performances were recorded by Brad and his wonderful team, and those are going to be posted on the Fisher Poetry Archive. So look it up. It's a .com, FisherPoetryArchive.com, and you'll find all kinds of wonderful, gripping stories and funny, all over the map as far as emotional content, but really wonderful tales and great artistry behind all of those. So look
Can I add to that? Because what Brad was doing last weekend was recording the voices of all performers, storytellers. And the idea is that weekend was a fleeting moment in the history of so many people's lives. It came and it went. And the door shut as it ended. It was over. And they cleared it up and they picked up all of this stuff and they put everything away. What's so remarkable, what is so incredibly important, is that those stories were recorded. And Brad has them. Brad has them as part of it, as a volunteer who does this, And that's incredibly wonderful.
We love you too, Brad.
So that means that the listeners that will listen to the show go far beyond days, months, years later. Even when Brad and I are gone.
The stories will live on, and
they're worth it. Because this is a fragile moment in the history of the waterfront. I don't think there's anyone out there who would disagree with me on that. The stories are precious. They're gold. They're platinum. You can't put a price to them because we're struggling to try and figure out ways to have it all. And we deserve to have it all. We deserve to have it all. But it's hard.
Yeah, the fisheries are facing a lot of challenges. So you hear that in the stories too. So they're really wonderful, wonderful tales. So we can't recommend looking those up strongly enough. This is a song about, well, life being hard on the sea. Here we are. Yeah, right?
All right, this is harmonica too, right?
Oh, yeah. I think the D. Yep, the D one. Yep, this is my song, Waterman's Journey.
Oh, you got to tell them this story.
That's right. Well, this was a challenge. He gave me a challenge about writing a song similar to an Irish Blessing song that I wrote that's on our home album, and something specifically for the waterfront, specifically for the working fishermen and stuff. And I was like, what a good idea. So one night, 3 o'clock in the morning, not too long after that, okay, here it comes. The birthing of a song. Get up and pay attention. Here it is.
If any one of you out there are creative, you know the muse. It's the muse. And the muse has an opinion.
That's right.
On when to help you out and create something new.
And you're not in charge of that.
You are not into muse. It's just a free.
It comes and goes. Or it doesn't come.
You know, you can light candles for the muse. You can serve special dinner table plate for the muse.
You'll get stood up. Yeah, you just never know. You just never know.
So when 3 o'clock in the morning comes by and all of a sudden it's overflowing with all the juices of a story and all of the meat and all of the vegetables that go together with a... You gotta pay attention or you're not gonna get it.
That's right. So here we go. That's right.
Well, I'm not finished introducing this song. So anyhow, the idea is there aren't many songs around that celebrate that fragile relationship that loved ones have with their family members who go to sea. We care about those who go to sea every day. We care about the Coast Guardsmen who go out to rescue vessels. We care about the sailors who are alone or sailing around the world. We care about the fisherman who takes his boats out in waves like we saw today, and we saw them. And so this is a song Molly wrote to share the fellowship of how we care about those people. Is that right?
Yeah.
Find the fish we seek just enough With a heaving ho to shore, make our blessings many more. As we count them, see them multiply by 10. Keep our hearts away from pride as we journey far and wide. Keep us safe and bring us home once again. With a sturdy mast and sail, see us through another day on Vineyard Sound. With a heaving ho to shore, make our blessings many more. As we count them, see them multiply by 10. Keep our hearts away from pride as we journey far and wide. Keep us safe and bring us home once again. Yay.
Thank you.
I'm sorry the introduction to the song was almost as long as the song. But it's a great song.
Hey,
and,
that gave us time for more people to join us. We got Rachel Lovewell joined us.
Oh, hey, Rachel.
Hey. David Grundon's here too. Oh, thank you guys. Thank you all for joining us. And all those who aren't even speaking up, we know you're there. And we're very happy that you're here with us too. So thank you so much. Thank you. Yay.
And please share. You know, please share. You know, you get.
That's right. And speaking of sharing, Brad shared the FisherPoetryArchive.com. So that's good. Yay, yay, yay. Yay!
Oh, man.
Awesome.
There's such wonderful people on the West Coast.
That's right.
We're going to miss leaving this place.
Yeah, it's really beautiful.
It's
I mean, we
so
love
empowering.
our wonderful ocean home on the East Coast. We love it. But it's lovely here too, and we're very lucky that we get to visit.
And we'll tell you more stories as we gather again in the weeks ahead, because I think some of the residents, I mean, we're leaving here with a barrel overflowing.
That's right.
We're leaving here with a barrel overflowing. Can I say that one more time? There's such
barrel overflowing.
There's great energy out here. There's terrific energy out here, and
it's been wonderful to be driving around in this.
And for those of my friends on the East Coast, no, I'm not leaving the East Coast. I'm an East Coaster. But the idea is that I need this. I need to be out here. I need to be charged. I get the batteries going.
It's beautiful.
It is really
good.
Seeing
family.
And
that's a priceless thing.
And I love the Pacific Ocean. The Pacific Ocean makes the Atlantic Ocean seem like a pond. I know I won't offend anybody, but I know we got the Atlantic, we got hurricanes this and hurricanes that. But this weather system that is hitting us right here on the West Coast isn't just hitting us like a hurricane hits for one day and goes on. This storm is just circling, spinning its top in the Pacific Ocean, sending clouds over here, and some of those clouds don't carry anything. Mm-hmm. And there may be blue sky in it. But some of those rain clouds come over and they dump.
right.
It's like a
really
truckload.
variety.
You know, they come and they dump, and you know, it was pretty unusual for the West Coast to hear thunder. They don't get thunder like we get it on the East Coast. But this storm is huge, and if you Google and look over what's going on in the Sierra Nevadas and Truckee, they're getting 5 feet of snow, and it keeps falling. Where we're down here by the coast, we just get hit by these showers, and
it's just very green and it's very lush. The gardens and the crops. There's all kinds of places around here where they're growing things, and we've got the raspberries starting and the strawberries and the avocados. It's really lush.
It's lush. And I was here a few years ago when my son got married here. We were out there, and there was the place where they were going to have the wedding ceremony reception. They had to not do it because there had been a fire. It was so dry. It was so dry, and now it's lush. It's lush. I know I'm repeating myself from earlier in the show, but the Pacific Ocean is responsible. This Pacific Ocean is the big brother that overlooks everything and says, I think I'm going to dump a pile of rain on these folks or whatever. And of course, there's so many surfers out here because
we saw a couple today, and it was overcast and cold, but they were out there. They were trying their best. So we've seen a lot of sea lions and a lot of birds, waterfowl. We saw pelicans flying today. It's a different, wonderful, rich waterfront experience. Hey, Mark Winters is here too. Hey, nice to see you. And you're on vacation too, Mark Winters.
Aww.
Wonderful. Thanks for joining us.
Mark Winters is a wonderful man. He's the minister of the Federated Church, and he's among those responsible for our concerts that we gave last summer at the
Christmas
Federated
time.
Church every
Christmas
week.
At sea too.
And we're talking. We got ideas about next summer. We have, we get home. We got things to do. And but anyhow, the good news is that we got another one of Molly's wonderful tunes, and you're gonna love this one. This is. Can I introduce it? It's called.
You go for it.
It's Home Again, and it's that feeling that you have, that presence you have when you're in a place that feels like home. And in the case of this song, it's being on a boat. It's on being on the deck.
Sometimes it's other places.
It's other places too, but you mentioned it at the first line of the song.
Right.
You mentioned it. So, and for those of us who are boaters, this feeds us, because there are times when you're out on your own boat.
And that feels like home.
And it feels like home.
And then there's other verses that talk about other ways and places we feel at home too. So that's kind of the journey
so
of
I'm
this
going to
song.
lighten up on the guitar so you can hear the words to this song.
That was good. Ooh, let's play it in that key. The key of Q.
All right, here we go.
All right. Yeah, that sounds good. On a catboat, traveling light. Wind by day and stars at night. On deck below, I'll hold you tight. Here I'm home again.
This is a chorus you can sing along.
On land it's busy all the day. there I'm home again. Oh, here I'm home again. Do it again, one more time.
We'll do it again. Oh, so good to hear. Oh, thank you everyone for joining with us.
Thank you, thank you.
Really, thank you. We've got.
And I guess after singing all about home, there's only one song that can follow that.
Oh yeah, I need a capo for that. Let's get that.
Oh, we gotta have that song. We gotta
So-
get ready to re-rolling home.
Thank you everyone for joining with us. This is great. This is terrific. It's so cool because no matter where we are, we put on a show. We have our friends show up. It's so
Isn't
cool.
that fun? It's
It's
so nice.
terrific. You're loyal. You folks are loyal. All right, so we'll be
Next
home
week,
next
we'll be
Sunday.
home.
We'll be
Next-
home next Sunday, and we'll have our show, and we look forward to seeing you then. And we've got a newsletter we're going to put together, which will have a lot of what goes on. If you want to get the newsletter, go to our websites. We've got links there, and you can get
Just
on our
sign
emails.
up for free.
Doesn't cost anything. You get it for free.
We know we don't sell emails or who has time for that stuff? I mean, seriously. And it's an every once in a while newsletter. It's not like, oh, but we gotta say thank you to some certain people. We gotta say thank you to our sponsors, our Patreon supporters. We gotta say thank you to our broadcasters, including where you can find us Facebook Live, YouTube, which is an after the fact thing. Brad helps us edit something and we post it on Mark Allen Lovewell's YouTube channel. Also, you can find us on the Fisher Poetry Archive, and the link is right here in there. We also are on TV, local cable access TV, MVTV on Martha's Vineyard, and CCM in Salem, Oregon. And we're really grateful for all of those audiences. There's people that are our audience members that we never can shout out to say hello because we don't know you're there. We don't know your names, but we know you're there because you'll find us. You'll send us an email, or you'll look us up on our website to say hello, or all of those things. We just find out that you're watching, and thank you so much.
Yeah, and
It's
there's this
wonderful.
ongoing conversation that goes on from week to week that goes on between you and us. And
Yeah.
I want you to know, it's an open door, open window, open panel, whatever, open.
So
We
thank
welcome you.
you. Yeah, thanks for just
And we
hanging
feel
out with us.
welcomed by you, so.
Yeah. Thank you.
All our hands and the capstan, see the cable running clear. Heave away, and with the will boys, for New England we stay. Rolling home, rolling home across the sea, rolling home to near New England, rolling home, dear God to be. Fare thee well, ye Spanish maidens, it is time to bid adieu. Happy times we've spent together, frosty morning, and the sails were full of snow. Tighten those sheets and pull in those halyards. Let her off and let her go. Rolling home, rolling home, rolling home across the sea. Rolling home to dear England. Rolling home, dear Galilee. One more verse.
One more verse, the
Honey,
last
there's only one more verse left.
Only one.
I'm having so much fun with this crowd.
I know.
Thank you, all of you, for posting comments. Thank you for sharing with us.
Love you.
We love you all. Many thousand miles behind us, many thousand miles to go. The ocean lifts her waves to win us to that bell remember shore. Rolling home, rolling home, rolling home across the sea. Rolling home. We're going back to Martha's Vineyard. Rolling home, dear God, to thee. Yeah. Woo! Woo! Thank you.
We love you. Thanks for joining us once again.
Come all young sailormen, listen to me. I'll sing you a song of the fish in the sea. Blow, ye winds, westerly, westerly blow. We're bound to the southward, so steady she goes.